Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I recently purchased a Gemini foil press machine and I've been experimenting with it for the past couple of days, and I wanted to put out a video kind of showing some of the things I've made with it and tell you a little bit about the machine and why I like it, and demonstrate it a little bit. I am getting ready for a craft show and I'm making a lot of Christmas cards for it. And I was looking for something interesting, like a new type of technique to use for the cards. And I came across a couple of videos on hot foil press. And this has been around for a couple years, but I don't know why I'm just discovering it now. But I've just been busy stamping and heat embossing and that kind of thing. But the videos I saw were just amazing and it just made it look so much fun. So I wanted to show you some of the things that I made, just kind of experimenting with the machine. So I did some Christmas sentiments, and you can see that the foil kind of embeds into the card like letterpress. I used just a regular cardstock. It's like 110 pound cardstock, and look how pretty that is. And I tried different colors of foil. I've got some sentiments, just some like really pretty backgrounds. So I really had a lot of fun kind of working with the machine and testing out different heat settings and that kind of thing, finding out what works. So I ended up getting the foil press machine by Crafter's Companion, and that goes with the Gemini Jr machine, which they also have. There's another foil press machine by Spellbinders that works with their particular die cutting machine. So you can't interchange the foil press machine with the die cutting machines. You have to use the one that goes with it. So for instance, the Gemini, you have to use their particular foil press machine with it. So I happen to have a Gemini, so I thought the foil press would be a great option to try with that. So I didn't have to buy any more new equipment or anything like that. So let me go ahead and talk a little bit more about the machine and also the foil plates, the hot foil plates that you can get with the machine. So I wanted to show you some of the options really quick of some of the hot foil plates that you can get for the system. Gemini, or Crafter's Companion, has a bunch of different styles of the hot foil plates. I've also picked up some from Pinkfresh Studio and also Spellbinders, and they all kind of can work together in either one of the systems. And when I talk about foil plates, I mean the metal piece that has the design on it that you're going to heat up on your foil press system and then use it to transfer the foil into your cardstock or whatever material you're going to be using. So I'll just kind of show you what I got. I was mainly looking for Christmas themed hot foil plates, but I ended up coming across some really cute floral ones too. So I thought I'd pick those up. These I got from scrapbook.com. This is one from Pinkfresh Studio. And this actually has, this is the hot foil plate here. And you can kind of see there's no blade, but it's it kind of letter presses, you know, into the cardstock or whatever material you're hot foiling. So this one comes, you buy everything separately, but you can get the hot foil plate, and then it also has a coordinating cutout, which is really nice too. You can cut it out after you hot foil it. So so that's always nice. And then some of these too with Pinkfresh Studio actually come with stamps as well. So, but you have to buy them each separately. So that's kind of a fun thing to kind of mix and match. So I got this one. This is a sentiment, nice big one. Thank you so much. And it's got a coordinating cutout you can buy separately too. I also picked up from Spellbinders. This is a Christmas kind of borders that you can line up on the cardstock there and have like little Christmas sentiments there. This is just another, I have a lot of floral ones because I love that look of the hot foil with the florals. There's this one from Spellbinders. And then this is a Christmas one I got that's really pretty. It's got poinsettias and then some Christmas sentiments too. This is another one. They have backgrounds you can get, which is really nice if you want to kind of combine stamps with foil. You can use a foil background and then use your stamps as well. This is from Pinkfresh Studio. This is a really nice triangle background that you can use in the machine. Let's see what else. Oh, this is another winter themed one. The little snowflake. This is from Spellbinders. Snowflake sparkle background, and then you can put a sentiment in the middle. So there's lots you can do with these. I kind of just got a mixture of sentiments and then some kind of, Christmas themed and floral themed things. So lots of nice sentiment options. This one actually has, these are nice too. They're all in one. They've got the sentiments and then the cutouts to go with it. So that's really nice too. And with I'm not sure if these brands have it, but I know the Gemini or the Crafter's Companion actually has a foil and cut at the same time option in some of their hot foil plates. So that is maybe a video I'll do separately, because it's a kind of a different sandwich that you have to make with the machine. So I'm just going to kind of show you the basics of hot foiling today. But yeah, so that's another option you have too with it. So let's go ahead and I will demonstrate how the machine works. So I have the Foilpress machine all set up over here. It needs its own outlet that you need to plug in. So it just plugs into the back here, and then you just plug the cord into whatever outlet you have nearby. I have my Gemini in a different part of the craft room, so I'm gonna kind of edit back and forth when I go and run the plates through the Gemini, but I wanted to show you the foil press machine first so you can kind of see how it works. So what you want to do first, well, let me show you the whole thing first of all. It's two pieces. It's one main base here, and then there is this platform that pulls out of the base that you want to plug in, and that's what's going to heat up, and that's what you're going to heat your foil plates on and your foil to get that impression. So you plug it into the wall, and then you want to turn the toggle switch on at the side, and you'll hear a beep. And then over here, there's some temperature levels, and depending on what material you're using, and they have a really good manual here that on the first page kind of goes through the levels of heat you should use depending on the type of material you're running through the foil press. So I've been kind of experimenting with it and seeing what works best for me, and I found that depending on the type of foil plate you use, like the thickness of the ridges, that will also come into play on how high you put your heat. So for instance, this flower that I'm going to run through, you can see that the ridges on it are kind of thick. So I'm going to actually set the heat timer to medium, which I'll show in a minute. But if you have like a background, let me show you this one here. This background here, you can see that the ridges are very thin. So you don't really need to have as high of heat to run this through, because it's got kind of that thin ridge there. So just kind of experiment with it. I also have different types of foil, different colors of foil that I purchased to go with it, kind of try things out. I have some Christmas gold and silver and green and red. I have this black foil that'll be really nice for sentiments. And then just kind of a basic pack of colored foil that I thought would be pretty with the florals. One thing I wanted to let you know about with the foil is that the foil that you purchase for the hot foil machines needs to be specifically for hot foil machines. So it'll say on the front, hot foil system, whether it's Spellbinders or the Gemini system, whatever. You don't want to use the type of foil that you may have purchased a long time ago with the laminating machine foil. So the foil that kind of sits more on top of the paper. This is a very specific foil that you need to use for the hot foil machine. You can, though, interchange the brand of foil you use for the hot foiling machine. So, for instance, you can use the Spellbinders Glimmer hot foil system foil in the Gemini foil press machine, and vice versa. And so that makes it easy to, when you're purchasing foil, the brand doesn't really matter. It's just that it's an actual foil that is made for hot foil systems. But the machine, in addition to the machine, you get some different tools. You get this these tweezers. They're magnetic, and you can use them to take the plates off of the heated platform, and you can put them on this little silicone mat to cool them off. And then you get a couple of different shims that go with the machine, depending on what type of material you're going to be using. And then you get these little silicone holders that you can use to pick up the hot platform that'll keep you from burning your fingers. So after you plug in the foil press, let me show you what you do next. So you want to pick your level of heat, and for this I'm going to do the flower. So for this one I'm going to pick the middle level here, and so you want to hit this button once, and then you pick the middle level heat, and then you want to go ahead and you can set your timer to the how long you want the platform to heat up. So I'm going to do 20 seconds. That's what worked for me last time, so I'm going to set that there. So what you have to do is wait for this light to turn green, and that means that the platform is ready to start heating. So you got to kind of wait till everything sets up, and then you're going to get your platform heated. Then you'll put on your foil, and you'll be ready to go. So the plate's all ready to go. I'm going to add my hot foil plate to the top. And if you look closely, you can see that there's some grid lines, and that you can use those to line up your plates, line up your cardstock, do that kind of thing. For this demonstration, I'm just going to kind of put it in the center, and then I'm going to add a piece of cardstock on top after I heat up the plate. So you want to put the plate face up with the grooves facing up onto the platform like so. And then you add your plastic shim over the top, and this is just going to heat up the foil plate so it's ready to take the foil. So you want to push this up to there's like a little lip at the top here. Push that up to the top, and then you're going to start the timer, and it's going to heat up for 20 seconds. And I already have my foil ready to go. It's all cut and ready to go. So you hear the beep. You want to remove the plastic shim. You want to add the foil shiny side down over the top of the plate, just like that. And then you're going to put your cardstock on top of that. Put the shim back on top. Okay, and then you're going to pull it out of the machine and bring it over to wherever you have your Gemini Jr. And be careful because the platform is hot. That's why it's good to have those silicone mats. Okay, and then you just take the plastic shim off. And then lift off your cardstock. And sometimes the foil sticks, so you can kind of pick it up off of there. And then you peel the foil off. Look at how pretty that is. So you get that gorgeous, it's kind of like, let me bring it up close. It's like a letterpress, so it's like pushed into the paper with the foil. So so that's basically how you use the foil press system. Let me go ahead and show you, I showed you all the different die cuts that I made using the foil. Let me show you what I ended up doing with them with the cards I made. So I had a chance to put all my cards together, and I'm excited to show you what I came up with. They came together really easily because the technique is kind of the star of the show, the foil. So all I did was add a few stamped images and some sentiments, and I thought these really turned out nice. One thing I wanted to mention that I tried was something that they said that you can do in the directions, which is use your own thin metal dies in the foil machine, and it works really well. I had this die cut from Paper Tray Ink. It's just a wreath die, and you run it through the same way that you do the hot foil plates. And I did this with green foil, and you can see I got a really pretty imprint with that. And then I did this one. I didn't really straighten it that well, but this is a frame die I had from My Favorite Things that has leaves on it. And this is really pretty too. So you get the framed image with the foil, and then you can do a sentiment or whatever. So I was just kind of experimenting a little bit with those just to see how they work. And so that's a nice way to kind of stretch your dies too. So let me show you these cards here. So lots of winter and Christmas theme. I did this one. This was the snowflake background, and I added this little sweater from a paper tray, older paper tray ink set called Winter Woolens. And I thought this looked really cute with the snowflakes. And then I just added a little sentiment on the inside, and that came together really quickly. This one was the daisy wreath from Pink Fresh Studio, and then I cut that out, added another sentiment. I also did a layer. A lot of times with a technique that you're using like foiling or heat embossing, you want to keep the cards pretty simple, but in order for them not to be too boring, I like to add what I call a third layer. They talk about this a lot in dressing. When you're wearing clothes, they say, always put on a third layer to, if you're wearing a neutral outfit, you can add that third layer for more excitement or whatever. So I feel like that applies to card making too. And it really does work. A lot of times my third layer I use is dry embossing. And I had this dry embossing folder from Crafter's Companion. It's just kind of a bunch of flourishes. It's kind of hard to see, but I thought that looked really nice with the tone on tone with the white card and then the gold foil here, and then I just left it blank inside. This one, I used the same embossing folder, only I added a little blue border, and then this was the silver foiled flower, and then I added just another little sentiment and just a couple little enamel dots to add some pops of color there. That one, and then this one I kept really simple because I just thought this sentiment kind of is the star with all the swirls and everything. So I did the triangle background with the gold, and then I added this really pretty sentiment, and these are both Pink Fresh Studio. And then this one is a Christmas theme. This was the Spellbinders poinsettia, kind of the corner foiled thing. And so I did that with silver foil, and then I also added the Merry Christmas sentiment separately with red foil, and then I just cut that out as a strip and added a couple little pearls to that. So I thought that has kind of a winter look to it. And then this last one was kind of like the first one with the sweater, only I added mittens, and these cute mittens are from another older set from My Favorite Things, and I stamped the mittens with this blue pigment ink. It's called Brilliance. It's from Memento, and it has a little bit of a shimmer in it. But then to add more shimmer, after stamping the mittens, I added some shimmery clear embossing powder and heat embossed the shimmer. So you get this pretty holographic look to the mittens. And then I added the little borders on the wrists there. And then I thought that went really well with the snowflake pattern. And again, I just put the Cozy Christmas sentiment inside. So I got a lot of cards out of just a day of just cutting and experimenting and everything. So I really am enjoying this machine. Let me know if you have any questions. Just mention them in the comments and I can get back to you on them. But I think this was a really good purchase. I'm glad I added this. Like I said, I was looking for something just a little different and new, and I hadn't seen anything this year that was new in kind of the tools area or tools and techniques area that I was interested in using. And then I came across this video. So I just thought I'll try the foil, and I really like it. So thanks again for watching today. And again, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in my next video.